If you're applying for Pupillage, at some point they're going to ask you about a weakness, and this is where a lot of people get it wrong. One thing I want you to remember is this: you do not owe Chambers the most vulnerable and deeply personal story that you have. At least at the beginning of your application process, the people reading your application are complete strangers. They don't know you personally yet, and so you need to think about your self-preservation when it comes to answering questions like this. Sometimes applicants feel a pressure to share something incredibly personal: discrimination, trauma, or something else that's a deeply emotional experience. And that's because, for very understandable reasons, this process feels extremely personal. But if you pour your whole heart out onto the page and then get rejected, either at PaperSift or worse still, after an interview, that rejection can feel devastating, like your lived experience didn't matter. When Chambers are asking you about a weakness, they're not really asking what you're bad at or what's something really bad that's happened to you. They're asking about resilience. They want to know how you identified a weakness or overcame a challenge, and exactly what you did to improve it. For example, in my case, I used to talk about exam anxiety. I consistently performed really well in coursework, but for whatever reason, exams terrified me. So I worked on it consistently. I did mock exams every week in timed conditions and simulated pressure until that fear no longer controlled my exam performance and experience. When it comes to application questions that talk about weakness or overcoming challenging moments, the key thing is that the weakness and the challenge is secondary. The growth and how you applied resilience is really what matters. Choose examples that highlight that resilience, but also remember self-preservation. You don't need to pour your heart out onto the page in order to give a good, quality answer that shows off your resilience and ability to overcome challenges. If you want help framing your application answers and interview responses without oversharing or feeling like you're making yourself too vulnerable, my application and interview practice resources and coaching are all linked in my bio. It includes my free application checking sessions, my application review sessions that are bespoke and tailored around you, and my interview practice sessions, mock interview, and interview coaching package. Good luck with all of your applications, and remember, look out for yourself first.